Hey, hi, how's it going? It is the day after we lost the huge branch of the willow tree, which was probably about 30% of our willow tree. Big chunk of it is gone, and my eyes are super puffy. It's been windy here nonstop for what feels like 10 million years, and so my eyes are puffy, my eyeballs are a little bit red. Things have just been blowing in my eyes and they hurt so bad. And I have like good eye drops in them and I've been putting them in all night. Anyways, I am going to sweep out the greenhouse really quick this morning. There's so much like debris that just like flew into the greenhouse over the last couple days. So I need to sweep that out. And then I would like to finish the mulch today, as much mulching as I would like to finish. Okay, I might not actually. All right, I might not actually finish the mulch, but I would like to finish as much as possible. And then we gotta get back to planting. So let's go sweep out the greenhouse really quick. It's a mess. Also, this is such a bummer. There's so much sun on the greenhouse right now. It was always in full shade in the morning, and this was in full shade in the morning, and now this is in full sun because the branch that came off was literally the branch that was all of this was creating so much shade. It's such a bummer. Like you can see, so this branch, it's still dangling right there. Brent's gonna go get a trailer right now to go get rid of everything, but I mean the tree is very skinny now. But this branch came up, and there was a branch that came towards us, and there was a branch that went that way, and yeah, so we lost two huge chunks out of it. So you can see like this piece split and broke, and then there's a chunk over there that snapped also that way. So bummer. And because we can't just leave it like that, so we're gonna cut off that nub right there, but we also need to get rid of that branch. We're just I just can't even talk about it. So what used to be a shaded greenhouse is now a full sun greenhouse, which makes me quite a bit nervous, especially because usually this early in the morning the vents are not open at all, and now the vents are fully open, and all of this is in so much sun. So I guess we will keep an eye on everything. Bummer though. Just a few seconds later, that was easy. I grabbed some of the Corry's Slug repellent stuff that we've been using because I'm losing a dahlia and I don't want to lose a dahlia, so I'm gonna just sprinkle some of this around one of them. Super easy. So you can see this dahlia here, it had some good growth to it, and then slugs came and really started to just kind of decimate it. So if you're gonna use this, you want to put kind of like a thick ring around, and you don't want it to really get super wet. You don't want the slugs to be able to go across it. So if you do like a trail of it and it's like this, the slugs or snails could like kind of weave their way through. So that's not how you want to do it. You really do want to do it so it is nice and thick. They have nothing to get over, nothing that they can use to kind of climb over and get through and get to your plants. So this dahlia should hopefully grow now. Okay, we're moving on. We are going to take care of the Japanese anemones that are down here that I've been saying that I really need to take care of because now they're starting to grow, and that's super not great. Also, there's weeds growing in here, which is also super not great. So we're gonna get in here, we're gonna just pull these Japanese anemones. They run underground by rhizomes, so they have these little tiny, let's see if I can get this up. Nope, I did not get the root off. The root must be super deep down there, but it's probably one piece of root right there. There are these little fine black roots, and the little fine roots, they kind of spread underground, and they just kind of like continue to roam the garden. And so if you want to get rid of them, you have to stay on top of pulling them. And so I need to get in here and pull these. Also, I do have onions growing in this bed, and these ones right here have flopped. Two of them have flopped, so it looks like two of them are about ready to harvest. They're just going to be small onions. Ideally, they wouldn't have flopped already. Well, we got the Japanese anemones pulled, didn't we? We also might have gone on a couple side quests. Brent and I fixed the irrigation in here. It had always been kind of a mess after we had done the Japanese anemone. When we did it, we had a tree ring in here that made it so the Japanese anemone couldn't spread so much. It worked really great. There were pieces that had already been on the outside of it. So that was just kind of we put the tree ring in a little late, but it did help. So we got the irrigation fixed. We like to make grids, so that way there's like nice even pressure throughout the system. So we got this back on the grid, and then I planted some petunias in here. I got 4 of them in here. I thought I was going to be able to get 5 of them, but these are the SuperTunia Vista Cool Jazz. I don't think I've ever grown these ones before. So we've got 4 of them in there. They're supposed to handle full sun. They're supposed to get about 2 feet. It says actually, the thing I don't love about these tags is it just says spacing 18 to 32 inches. So why don't you just tell me the size on these? It says height 12 to 24 inches. I don't think these are gonna get 2 feet tall, so I'm gonna guess that they're gonna get 2 feet wide, right? And then they usually get maybe 8 to 10 inches tall from other petunias. So I'm gonna guess 8 to 10 inches tall and then maybe 2 feet wide. That's my guess. And they're planted really, really close together. They're not planted at 2 feet. These will grow in no time. And then everybody got a little fertilizer. But I do really like the color of these. For some reason, they kind of remind me of the moon. Don't ask me why, okay? It's got a glowing effect. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. They're really, really pretty. And then we got the bed mulch. I'm using the Gardentime pathway mulch. I can find it at Home Depot and at Lowe's, specifically the pathway one. And this one specifically says pathway ground cover on it. There's other Gardentime ones that don't say pathway ground cover. I don't like those ones at all. And these ones, I've found that they're the cheapest at Lowe's. So that's where it's best to get them. And really quickly, I would like to get, I think I'm gonna just tuck some verbena in here. They're a little more drought tolerant. I also need to add a bit more irrigation into this. This is a weeping Atlas cedar. Turns out Brent does not like this tree. So I think next year it's going to find a new home, especially because it's front and center. I like it a lot, but I like pretty much everything in the garden. So if he told me that he really, really doesn't like it. He said that out of all the plants that we have, this is one of the top 3 that he hates. So next year it's gonna find a new home, but I think we'll spruce it up a little bit with some verbena. I'm gonna go in with 2 of the verbena Peachy Keen in here. I thought that would be kind of a nice little pop of orange, add more color over to this bed. I've got, the silvers and the reds and the pinks, so the whites, let's add some orange into it. Why not? We're just going for every color we possibly can. And these tags say 6 to 12 inches. So I'm guessing 6 to 12 inches tall and wide. I'm guessing that these plants just make a perfect sphere. I'm just kidding. And then next to them, I'm sure I'm gonna get questions. These are alliums right here. We'll put the name up on the screen because I can't remember exactly what they're called. It starts with an S, I think. And those have wintered over in that container and they came back for me, which was super cool. Okay, we're actually spending the end of the day now lowering the basket that was up there. It was so high up, we need to lower it. We're also gonna add more drip tubing to it. So I have 3 plants in here. I've got SuperTunia Paradise, I've got Peachy Keen verbena, and then underneath I've got some Dichondra Silver Falls. And one of the sides, it looks a little wilty. So we're making sure that it's getting a little more water in there. The train's coming, but he's putting an eyelet in. Before, the hook that was on the top of the basket was hooked to the top of the 2x4, so it was raised up quite a bit. Now he's adding a hook.
I changed it out to an eyelet. But yeah.
Oh, an eyelet?
Yeah.
Wait, that's a hook.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it out to an eyelet.
Why?
Because that way it won't come if it's windy like it was last time.
Oh.
It won't fly off.
Okay, well, he's gonna change it out to an eyelet, and then it'll hang so much lower now. I don't know if you guys could hear him, but he said that we're gonna do I thought we were doing a hook. He's gonna change it out to an eyelet, because that way, if it's windy, which it's been so windy here this year, if it's windy, it can't like unhook. Super cool. Didn't even show you the verbena. So I threw a little mulch in there. That is all mulched up, which makes it look so much tidier. I need to go through and refresh the soil, but if we're gonna get rid of the tree, I'm not really sure I'm gonna do that. And then 2 verbenas in there. That's way more than enough. The 1 verbena in the back probably would have been plenty, and it would have filled out the entire area and draped down a bit, but that's life. And then over here, the hanging basket. Now you can see the dichondra. So this is a dichondra silver falls. I just forgot what it was called. And it's really pretty. It's very silvery, and I don't know, I always like it. I think it's really pretty in like hanging baskets and things like that. And this is our door to absolutely nowhere. And then the hanging basket is lower, so now you can actually appreciate the blooms. So the greenhouse is clean. The hanging basket is down. This bed is planted and mulched up a little bit. The verbena is done. That was a mellow day in the garden. And I'm still devastated about the willow tree. I think it's gonna have to come out soon. Anyways, this is where we say goodbye. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for visiting our garden. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.